parole and fight parole revocations. We protect those who have fallen short of perfection from the wrath of those who believe they have attained it. For more information about Gary Cohen and his associates, Alan Bennett and Gene Anthis, you can find it at the website, parolelaw.com. You may also contact them at 512-476-6201.
Listeners should be aware that the following program contains language and audio images which may be found disturbing and may not be suitable for your snotty-nosed little brat who probably cusses like a sailor behind your back anyway. Parental discretion is advised.
Daddy, I'm coming to see you at visiting hours next week. Mama ain't been doing too well, I'll tell you more when we speak. And Billy's loving high school. He's out there blocking for JV. I'm sure he's gonna come around by the time you get released. It's Friday night, the inmates go quiet. Listen for a voice they know.
It's time to holler down the pipe chase and rattle them bars, because we're going to do a prison show for you right here at beautiful old, historic old, exciting new KPFT Houston, from the heart of Montrose, where we all hope tomorrow will be a better day.
Dreams, I can see your freedom. I will hold you once more. For men with no visitors, no money on the books. Remember, David's always gonna be here. You're never so alone. This thing's my love. It's Friday night, the inmates go quiet. Listen for a voice they know. It's prison radio. Prison radio.
And welcome to the Prison Show. Tonight is the first show of the new year. Happy New Year, everyone. And I'm trying to get a set of headphones for Linda, and I think I found it. Here you go.
Okay.
Linda has a pair of headphones now. All right. There we go.
There you go.
All right. Happy New Year, everyone. Did y'all miss us last week? Yeah, we missed y'all. But we're back. We are back, and we have a great show lined up. Actually, David lined up the show for us tonight. We have Keri Blakinger with the LA Times. She's here. Anthony Sanchez, Mr. Sanchez, with Illuminating Cuts. And, of course, Linda and I will be here with the Death Row Angels report. We had a great week this week, right, David?
Man, it's been a fantastic week, as a matter of fact. I got a lot accomplished. You know, I snuck a video in. I don't know if it's been uploaded yet, but we shall see.
He snuck it in on a Dovo.
On a Dovo.
Yeah.
I did the ad. Remember the one where Greg Flackus come in and interviewed everybody and made an ad for us? I figured it was short enough. If they're worried about memory space or whatever, then it'll get out there, and at least it'll show that they're accepting.
Right, videos. So y'all let us know if you see a video of us, and I'll give you a hint. I am not wearing a yellow shirt. I do not have long blonde.
I'm not sure you're even in that video. That's an old video.
I was making reference to an email.
Yeah, long flowing blonde hair.
Luxurious. I'm sorry. It was
luxurious.
luxurious.
Ooh la la.
Yeah, I'm batting my eyes. Yeah, which I don't wear yellow shirts here, and I definitely don't have blonde hair. And thank you, David.
Yeah, I love that song.
I know you love it.
It's our pole dancing music.
Yeah, it's the pole dancing song.
There's room for a pole in here. I mean,
there is room for a pole. I could definitely do it.
You could always swing from the ceiling fan.
Absolutely. I think I may do that next time. I have to get wound up for it first. Then I'll do it.
Yeah.
How about that?
Well, let me know when that happens, because I will come back and live stream that on TikTok.
That would be awesome on TikTok. Awesome. So we also want to give a great big shout out to the Echo. We appreciate them very much. David and I had interviews today with them, and it was great. We Bambi was awesome.
Yeah, but I want to challenge everybody. Whenever you read that article, man, pass out the word to all your families. I mean, we need to get the word out that we are on Adovo, and everybody in TDC, well, everybody in 45 states can actually watch us now. So
Listen to us, watch us, call and give some shout outs. That's what we're looking for. But anyway, great interviews. We appreciate it. We loved it. And we can't wait to read the story. So like I was saying, we have a great show lined up. And Keri is here.
Yes, I've missed you all. I've missed being here. I miss Texas.
And you're coming back, right?
I mean, honestly, like, the LA Times is a little bit of a hot mess right now, so truly, who knows? But I have been, coming back somewhat regularly to visit. I've been to the Row several times, including for this film, which is what I was using as my thin excuse to come here and say hi to everyone again.
Hey, well, it's definitely not thin. You're referring to, what's the title of it?
I Am Ready, Warden. It is a 37-minute short documentary about John Henry Ramirez and his case. And I started working on that in, I guess, 2021, because I had visited him to interview him a week before the date that he had set in September of 21. And then he mentioned to me the Death Row radio station. And, I call it the Death Row radio station, the Polonsky Unit radio station. And the fact that the guys on the Row were able to participate. So I wrote a story about that at the time. And this director, Smriti Mundra, saw it, and she was interested. And she wanted to do a film on that, but someone else had already optioned that. So somebody had basically called dibs on that story. And she was just fascinated by John. So I was honestly a little wary of people with film cameras, because I've had bad experiences before. Mm-hmm. But she was so persistent. She kind of wore me down. And I watched some of her prior stuff, and she'd had a prior short film that was Oscar nominated, and she just seemed to be very thoughtful and good. And I was like, okay, I trust this woman. And so we just started interviewing John, and I think her interest at the outset was that she specifically wanted this case because it was someone who was guilty and had never said that they were innocent. And there's a lot of coverage, and a lot of my coverage, that is about people on the Row who say that they're innocent or who are innocent. And the people that are guilty don't get as much media coverage.
Absolutely not, no.
And for something like a short documentary, that can actually be a lot more interesting in some ways, because it can force some moral questions about our capacity for forgiveness and redemption as a society that is harder to explore in a lot of the other death row coverage, right? And in this particular case, those themes worked out really well because he was litigating those religious issues at that point, as I'm sure everyone listening remembers. So we started off just sort of doing all of the interviews we could and seeing where it would take us. We did a lot of interviews with John and his lawyer and his son, his 16-year-old son, his pastor and his godmother. And then eventually we also got the victim's son to talk to us. And that ended up being, I think, the thing that really took the film in a different direction and gave us a chance to do something that I've just never been able to do in words. Because there's this point in the film right after the execution where I was outside of the walls, and the director was in Austin with Aaron, the victim's son. And he has this moment after he hears on the radio that the execution has happened. and he just like breaks down crying and talks about how this is not a moment of joy and this is another life has been lost. And it seems like a moment at which he's like, he and you as the viewer are like questioning whether the death penalty has, actually fulfilled its promise of closure, right? Because, I mean, obviously we hear a lot about that this provides closure for the victims' families. And I can write about that. Like, if he said that to me, if I saw that scene, I could describe it all day, and it's still through the filter of me and my perspective, and people are still going to assume that I'm injecting some level of bias into that. But catching this moment on film when he seems to realize
the exact moment.
Yeah.
The exact moment, I think, is, that you can't find, like you
right,
said. Right,
exactly. It's like it's just completely raw and unfiltered as a man is realizing that maybe the death penalty has not actually provided the closure that he'd been promised. And so that was, I didn't think going into it that we would get that. Like, that wasn't on anyone's radar. We were just, I think, hoping to tell the best story we could tell and sort of explore these ideas of redemption that come up pretty strongly in that case. And instead we ended up just sort of through lots of diligent interviewing and like talking with people, ended up stumbling into this amazing moment that I think is something I just haven't seen on film before, and I'm so glad we got to make it.
At that moment, my friend Joy and I were watching it, and, she said it, another son has lost their father. He lost his father. Yeah. And John Henry's son lost his. So it was...
Yeah, I also think that Aaron, the victim's son, like, it really resonated with him, the fact that John Henry's son was around the same age that he had been when his dad had gotten killed. So I think he related to that a lot. So I've been hoping that I could figure out a way to get it in some capacity that at least the folks at Polanski could see it. Paramount and MTV own it, so I don't know about the logistics of getting it onto the tablets in terms of like licensing and things. But I will have to ping you about that afterwards and see if you can help us make that happen.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I think it's, well, you said Paramount.
Yes. Yeah, so people in the free world can see it on Paramount Plus. Mm-hmm. But obviously that is not on the tablets.
Really?
How long is the movie?
The 36 and a half minutes.
I can upload 4 things a week.
Okay, I'll have to talk to the, I don't know what the rights issue is with putting it onto the tablets. Like that was, I don't know what rights we signed.
If you get permission, just let me know.
I have to, I'll ask.
Yeah, we could know. 4 shows a week. So, yeah.
So we really only use 1.
Okay, well.
Unless there's an execution, then,
right.
Of course we're going to upload the protests.
Right, of course. Some of which is included in that film.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because we were outside. Yeah.
Right. So not a lot of people see that perspective when, especially, obviously, the incarcerated. But you will, if you get to see the video or the film, you will see us out there protesting. Yep. Gloria with her big... microphone.
She's the one that screams "Shame on you, Texas," right? It sounded like her.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah. There's a moment in the film where you can hear someone scream "Shame on you, Texas," and I was like, "That's Gloria. That's totally her."
Yeah.
She's texting me right now.
Oh, she is.
Yeah, is Keri really in the studio?
I am really here, Gloria.
We all miss you so much.
Yeah, everyone.
I miss you guys. Yeah, I definitely miss you guys. I mean, who knows where journalism will take me.
Yeah, but you've always got a spot here every 6 weeks. Hint, hint.
Every 6 weeks.
I will try to let you know next time I'm in town. But sometimes the problem is, like, the last few times I've been here, I thought about coming on, but then I was like flying back on a Friday because sometimes I had things on the weekends.
Yeah, but we've got a telephone over here too.
Yes.
Ring ring.
Ring ring?
That I can, yes, that I can do.
Ring dingy
That I can do more frequently. Oh my god, and I totally kind of buried the lead here on this. The film was shortlisted for Oscars. That's the other thing I forgot.
I was
I
fixing
forget to say that.
Yes, I was fixing to say that.
So-
Speaking of Oscars,
Dude, it's so weird. The whole film world is just so foreign to me. It is not like journalism. It's actually not at all like I expected, right? So in order to qualify for Oscars, as a short doc, you have to either win certain festivals or have a theatrical run. So we had a theatrical run, and we later won some festivals, but like we had the theatrical run earlier in the season so that we knew it would qualify. And then there was like 100 some in that category that qualified. And out of those, then people in the Academy, which is like thousands of actors and like screenwriters and stuff that qualify to be in the Academy, like they decide who will be on the short list. And there's 15 films on the short list for short docs, and there's maybe 10 categories where they do a short list, and they announce that in December. And then they do another round of voting in mid-January, and they decide who from that short list will be the nominees. But the crazy thing I didn't realize is that you have to, like, people do campaigns and stuff, like, at different stages. Like, I had sort of naively just assumed that when films win Oscars, it was just because everybody decided that one was the best.
Yes.
Not because that one had, like, a big campaign behind it. But,
see,
like,
I didn't know that.
Right? Isn't that wild? I didn't know
that.
this was, like, a thing. So, you know, we've done things like try to arrange screenings and like try to get people to write about it. Texas Monthly wrote a really nice article. Michael Hall at Texas Monthly wrote a really great article about it. But yeah, so it's been kind of weird in some ways. It's like it's somewhere between like a political campaign and like book publicity, but for a film. And I was like, I'm so unaware of how this world works.
So who did that? Obviously, you didn't campaign for it, did you?
No, I had to deal with like some of the trying to get us, you know, like articles written. I wrote an essay for the Chronicle, which hasn't run yet. And then most of the screenings and like anything that costs money, like MTV and Paramount would do because they're combined. So it's an MTV documentaries production. Like they're the ones that funded it, and they handle the big campaign stuff. But then some of the specifics, like I am trying to get us a screening in San Quentin. So like I did that, you know, like, cause
wow.
yeah, I went to San Quentin a few months ago, and they have some really cool stuff going on there. Like, I mean, everybody knows that, right? Like San Quentin's kind of like famously the prison that has like all this programming and stuff. There's a group of guys there that started a nonprofit, and they organize a lot of the programming. So they've been great to coordinate with. They're called Skunkworks.
Skunkworks?
Yeah, yeah. So that's who I went and saw the last time I was there. They also have a really nice little like garden area in San Quentin. I heard that the housing areas are terrible, like you would expect, you know. Mm-hmm. But some of the grounds were nice. So yeah. Anyways, I am hoping to do a screening there in, I think, February is what we're aiming for. So
no chance of getting a screening at Polanski?
I mean, you know, it's not the same warden anymore, so I wasn't sure, like, if this current warden would be as friendly to it, but otherwise I will...
Well, this warden's boss is...
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I think if I'm going to do that, I would try to coordinate it. It would probably end up being late enough that, like, MTV, Paramount, whatever, won't pay for it because it would probably be too late to be helpful for this. So what I'm thinking is the next time I have to visit the Row, which... I'm thinking I'm looking at like late February. I'm thinking maybe I can try to see if they'll coordinate to do a screening then. I have no idea if they'll even consider approving that though, because it's about someone who was on the Row. So like, I don't know what other rules they're going to create about that, you know?
They seem to come up with rules.
They do.
Like,
They're so
wait a minute, here's a
unpredictable.
policy.
Right. They're so unpredictable. Sometimes they're like, yay, let's do this great thing. And sometimes they're like, no, here's a million reasons we can't. So I don't know. I will try to see if that can happen.
But if not, we can definitely try to upload it to Adobe.
Yes, I
If
will.
they allow it.
Yes, I will talk to the Paramount people about, or I'll talk to the director who will talk to the Paramount people about what the rights issues are around that and whether we can do that. But we did really want to get, at least make sure the folks at Polinsky would be able to see it.
Yeah, I think that's important because the majority of people there now, they all know or knew John
Right.
Henry.
Yeah.
Everybody still talks about him too.
Yeah, that was a very difficult movie to make.
I can imagine because you visited him or interviewed him several times.
Yes, yeah, we talked quite a bit. So, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that was my sort of last big reporting-y project relating to people on the row. Although I am still, as Tony knows, working on making the D&D story into a book. So it would kind of be a good ending if I moved back here at the end, though, wouldn't it?
It would. It would be a fantastic. Some of the guys on the row still ask about Billy's stuff with all the D&D.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, I can't send it back in now.
Yeah, right?
No chance in that happening.
Yeah, some of the I ended up having some people from Wizards of the Coast that makes D&D reach out to me after that, and I ended up when I organized a thing where people went into San Quentin to play D&D. I actually didn't get in. That was the second time I was supposed to go, and there was some miscommunication, and I didn't get cleared the second time because they realized I was a reporter.
Yeah.
I was like, so the felony was okay. The being a reporter was not. I think that is hilarious. Okay.
That was the issue.
Yes. But it was actually just a miscommunication because they thought I needed to be cleared through a different route than I did. But one of the people that I connected them with who went in that time was someone from Wizards of the Coast. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, they had offered to send some books in, I think, at one point. I think they sent some books to a few of the guys. But there's still no means to get back in those specific books.
Yeah, no.
I still have them all, like all the ones that you gave me. I still obviously have them, of course.
And the little dial.
Yes,
The
of
little
course,
spin.
yes. Yeah, and his Scrabble set was in there. That was so impressive to me. I think I made a TikTok with that in it. Mm-hmm. From the Scrabble set. That was very impressive. You know what was really wild is I sent so there was a guy in federal prison with a contraband phone who, I had sent him, he said he played D&D, and I sent him pictures of some of that stuff. And then he sent, pictures of the dice that they made. And they were making full-on dice, not, spinners. They had, I don't know what, shop equipment they had access to, but they had little patterns, and they could cut out the dice, and they filled them with, salt or something.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. They were really cool. I might have put them in a TikTok or tweeted them at some point, but they were black and had very colorful numbers on them. They were really well made.
Impressive?
Yeah, they were.
So are you a member of TDCJ Troll?
I follow that account. I think I know who that is.
Yeah, I know who it is. We just haven't, we won't publicly name the person. But there's been some food that people have been pictures of food.
Oh, maybe I hadn't looked lately.
Yeah. It's, account is pretty impressive with you mentioned the contraband cell phones.
Yeah. Dude, you know what I saw today on Facebook that was kind of wild? I was not looking at the TDCJ Troll account. I was in, and I'm just saying this because most of the people listening will appreciate how messed up this is. I was in a Facebook group of former LA Times reporters, and I'm in the group, so I'm in the room. If you post about me, you're talking about me while I'm in the room, right? Which is kind of low-key rude, or maybe just straight up rude.
Straight up.
There was a guy that's a former reporter that was teaching writing in a prison, and he posted this whole long thing about, like, how, whether I should be allowed to report on law enforcement, and that, you know, I guess he felt misled that I didn't have it, like, in the top of the story that I did time. And I was just like, this is so crazy to me. Like, I had it in my Twitter bio. I wrote an entire whole book about it. Like, it's on my Wikipedia. I was like, it's wild to me because I've been out for more than 10 years for a nonviolent drug crime. I've made it so readily apparent, and it's crazy to me.
You talk about it at every...
Like, I know. I was just like, the degree to which some people in ostensibly progressive places really want us all to have scarlet letters on our foreheads is kind of wild. That's one of the things that has been really interesting to me about California. I have had so many more people try to throw my felony in my face or question whether I can do my job. I never had that happen here. Not on this level. It's really wild. The only two people who did that here were Jeremy Diesel and Vivian King.
Well, so some of the guys, and now women, we are reaching women. How can...
That's so great.
I know. We're so excited about it. How can they get a hold of you if they want to write you?
Oh, man, I don't know. You know what? They should actually probably just write here and then I'll JPay them. That's probably the best way to do it.
Okay.
Because I don't really, I don't go to the office that much at the LA Times, and I don't really trust that they get my mail to me in an expeditious manner.
Yeah, we get it. So if you want to write Keri, you can write to her at 226 Chipmunk Trail, and that is where? Shepherd, America, 77371.
But make sure you put care of the prison show.
Care of the prison show. People in Shepherd, the very first time I was introduced to someone from Shepherd, they said, it's not Shepherd, Texas, it's Shepherd, America. America. With a K.
Yeah.
What?
We love our
Is this
town.
an entire town of sovereign citizens? Like,
And every one of them probably carries a firearm.
Probably. We are not Texas.
30 miles south of 30 minutes south of Livingston. I mean, we're
on
out.
the one hand, that's like the most Texas thing ever, but also like weirdly saying you're not part of Texas, like being like we're not part of something else is such a Texas thing to do.
There's
like,
signs
not
all
part of
over
the country, we're
Shepherd, and it
Texas.
says Shepherd America.
Shepherd America. It is Shepherd America. And people, my friend Leslie was coming down
Texas,
59.
that's so weird.
She was coming down 59. She's like, Dani, I saw Shepherd, Texas, but I haven't seen Shepherd America. I'm like, girl. And it's the
You
same.
sure she's not
place.
blonde?
No, man. I'm like, girl, please. So
Yeah.
you can write Keri, put in care of the prison show, and we will definitely scan that puppy in and get it to her so she can send you an e-message.
Yes, I do owe several people e-messages at the moment. That is on my to-do list for this weekend, including Tony and Megamind, and there's several folks on the road. So,
Well, we appreciate you, Keri. Thank you for coming on, and we look forward to having you back real soon.
yes, miss y'all. I'll see you again.
Miss you too. And now, I have my phone just like, we have Anthony Sanchez, Mr. Sanchez, as we
Sanchez?
Sanchez,
Mr. Sanchez.
Mr. Sanchez. He is in the studio, and
I have some amazing news.
you have some amazing news.
Yes, I do. So look, this past on the 21st, a couple weeks ago, we had an amazing event where we were able to serve over 3,500 families, and on behalf of Congressmember Erica Lee Carter, the prison show has been awarded a congressional recognition for all y'all deeds, everything y'all do for the community, how y'all impact our community and uplift them. Some people don't do it for the fame. Some people don't do it for the clout. But sometimes it's good to be recognized and have a pat on the back. So it says, now therefore be resolved that on behalf of the 18th Congressional District of Texas, I, Erica Lee Carter, take great pride in recognizing your invaluable contributes to the overwhelming success of the 3rd annual Toy Drive and Winter Festival hosted by Northwest Educational Center. This extraordinary event has brought joy, warmth, and holiday cheer to thousands of children and their families. Your dedication and preparation has helped make this celebration an unforgettable experience, ensuring that the true spirit of community and giving shines brightly and compassion. Throughout your involvement, you have not only brought smiles to countless faces, but has also inspired hope, unity that will resonate far beyond the day of celebration. Indeed, your efforts and steadfast commitment are truly worthy of respect, admiration, and what's that word?
Commendation.
Commendation of the United States Congress. Come on.
And I'm going to show it to Facebook Live.
Let's get it.
Yes, and
So how many kids went through that toy drive?
It was about close to 2,500 kids.
Santa Claus's legs were very tired that night.
I believe it. The kids, they're going crazy when they seen Santa and Mrs. Claus. They were stopping up the line. That's all they wanted. They wanted to see Santa. They didn't care about no toys.
Yeah, well, they had us, in the beginning, they had us before they would go in to get the toys. So I could see where it was slowing down the line. But after they come out, whenever y'all moved us and we were on the outside, I think the line moved a lot faster.
Yeah, most definitely.
But it was a big joy to see those kids. Their faces would just light up, and then we'd tell them that the toys come down from the North Pole and that they could go in and grab 2 small ones or 1 big one. And, man, they were just so overjoyed. That was just a really good thing that y'all did.
Hey, it's not only Northwest. It's not only me. It's the individuals in the community that unite to make these events possible. Without the people like the prison show that volunteer, they didn't ask for money. They gave their time willingly to serve the community, to help the community, to uplift the community, understanding that there's voices that cannot be heard. There's prayers that are not answered, but it's us as a people that have to live as a living testimony of God's work and give back to the community. Without all the sponsors, the event would not have been possible.
And that's important that, like the certificate says, everyone acting as a community in unity with everyone, not, and as you said, not for
clout, for fame.
Yeah, we didn't do it for the publicity. I didn't even know we was going to get that. It was a blessing. Don't get me wrong, but we do it for the kids. We do it because I know that there's some kids in that line that probably didn't get any other toys that year, and for it to come from Santa Claus, I mean,
Yeah.
that's what they thought, and I mean that's special. I mean, the kids need hope. I mean, whenever I was in prison, I wanted hope, and that's what the kids have now. Because, you can only imagine what their home life was like. I mean, some of them probably have great homes, but I mean, there were some of them that came through there. You could tell. I mean, that was their Christmas.
Yes, most definitely. And I don't know if y'all familiar with the book "The Count of Monte Cristo" by Alexander Dumas.
Oh yeah.
At the end of the book, it says all human wisdom is contained in 2 words: wait and hope. We're given hope. Sometimes you have to wait for a blessing. But hope is always there. It's like the light in the darkness. We have to be the light that the people need within the community, the guidance that they need, and we have to change ourselves to make a change in our society. And that's what reform is. When you reform from your past actions. In the biblical text, it says, when I was a child, my thoughts, voice, and actions were those of a child. Now that I have become an adult, I have no more use for childish ways. The way we acted before was out of ignorance, without knowing. It's not that we're dumb, but to grow as a person that was formerly incarcerated, to be able to give back on that altitude and unite with ex-felons giving back, that's a true blessing. Because everywhere in the biblical text, if you go through Moses, you go through Jesus, they were all incarcerated. But they came out and preached the word of God. They were discriminated. They were stoned. They were incarcerated. But they came out and made a change to better enlighten, to better uplift our community. So it takes people like the prison show that sees the injustices, individuals that were incarcerated that can relate to the underserved community.
And you're definitely someone who relates to the underserved community. You're doing it at Northwest Educational Center. Tell us more about that.
Northwest has been a blessing to me. I'm actually the outreach coordinator of Northwest Educational Center, and I was incarcerated 10 and a half years, if people don't know that they're listening. And while I was incarcerated, all I did was read. I read a lot of books. I came home, I didn't know what I was going to do with my life. Didn't know what I was going to do. By the grace of God, I found this school. I joined their barber program. While I was in their barber program, they taught me LLCs, DBAs, EINs. But while I was advancing in the program, I started doing social media marketing. And I learned that you don't need media. All you need is social media. Where we live in a digital world. And cutting hair, I wouldn't never think you could make so much money. If you make $278 a day for 365 days, it's $100,000 in a year. And it was just being committed. But Northwest opened up many doors because they gave me a no-cost education. Unlike other colleges that exploit the people with student loans, they use grants and scholarships to fund the underserved community's education. Me, if I would have went to any other college, I didn't have the money to pay for it. I wouldn't have the finances to go to another school to be a barber, to be a welder, to be anything I wanted to be because I was fresh out of prison. Northwest accepted me, where like another barber college told me no because of my gang tattoos on my face, Northwest said yes. And it saved my life. I'm living testimony that change is possible, and there's people that will take a chance on you and people that will tell you yes. And it's just being consistent and not giving up. You might get 100 no's, but you might get that one yes. Thomas Edison said it took him 999 ways on how not to make a light bulb. Only one way how to make it. That's it.
You know, those gang tattoos open up doors for you that nobody else can open.
Yes. And I keep my tattoos. A lot of people tell me, take them off. The reason I don't take them off, because it has a story where people can relate to me. It's being authentic with myself. Understanding if individuals are going to accept me the way I am, or are they going to deny me? But if they deny me, it shows your character because you're prejudiced against my kind. And when I say my kind, I speak for all the felons, all the individuals incarcerated, all the individuals from the hoods, the underserved community that are struggling, because I understand their situation. I understand what it feels like to be told no. I understand what it feels like not to have food or clothing on your back and have to do heinous deeds just to make a way. But I'm here to show as a living testimony that we can excel, that we can work in corporate America, and we can achieve, we can reform. Because if I could do it, and I'm still on parole, I have at a 16-year sentence. If I could do it, anybody could do it. It's all having belief, patience. If you could live on 2 soups a day in prison, you could live on the bare minimum out here. Just be persistent, keep them habits, and you will achieve.
So you had a 16-year sentence, but I
served 10 and a half years.
So you've accomplished all that in just because you're still on parole?
I'm still on parole. I've only been home 2.5 years.
Wow.
How much time you got left on parole?
I think I get off in 2028.
Cool.
So you've accomplished all that in just a few years.
Mm-hmm. I was released the 6th month, the 6th day, 2022. I was released then, and I've been home since.
So tell us about Illuminating.
Illuminating Solutions. So me, I'm a marketing consultant. I work with multiple organizations all across Houston. Either it's jewelry stores or it's mom and pop businesses where I do promotions through my social media page. But most importantly, what Illuminating Solutions is, it's the heart of the people. It's the heart of the community where we're uniting individuals that want to give back, that want to help because they understand the struggles that we all face. Illuminating Solutions is a platform where I say, check game, one thing a real gangster knows. The reason why I say that, because the youth, they're not going to listen to the Jehovah Witnesses walking down the street when they're out there robbing, stealing, selling drugs. They're going to tell them, man, move around. But when they see me, they relate to me. And I'm not going to tell them like these false community leaders or these false people that say they're OGs to go rob, to go steal. No, I'm going to tell them there's a better way to make money. Let me show you. Let me teach you how to get into business, how to be a corporate gangster in a corporate world. We live in a capitalist society. And guess what? I'm going to teach you how to capitalize and utilize the system for your benefit. It's not that the people from the underserved community are dumb. It's we're ignorant to the tools within the system because the educational system has failed the youth. The public school system has failed the youth. And guess what? It's up to us that took our time incarcerated, that studied to shine light and educate the youth, to be a real OG, to be a real gangster, and guess what? Guide our people right. And if I have to be a scapegoat and be hated by the masses, by the political leaders in power, I'm more than ready for it. I've been hated my whole life. Guess what? They've been hating on me. They sentenced me to 16 years. The judge told me I was unfit for society, unfit for the world, and guess what? I'm out here achieving. I'm out here winning, and I'm going to keep striving. And it's not for me, but it's for every single person incarcerated. Everybody struggling. Everybody that don't get no letters, don't get no e-coms, don't have no food. There's people out here fighting for you every day to abolish the prison system, to revolutionize it, because there should be more opportunities for us as a people.
So, in case someone wants to write to you, where do they write?
So they could write to 1316th Street, Northwest Freeway.
Okay.
And the name of the facility is Northwest Educational Center.
And what is that zip code?
Ooh, I gotta find the zip code. Hold
Ooh.
on. One second. The zip code is 77040.
And if they wanted to inquire about the classes and stuff, you guys got brochures and things you can send them?
Yes, most definitely. If they send us a letter, I'm able to send them all the information. And if they come home from prison and say, check game, I'm going to give them the whole program at no cost. Usually, we charge $75 a month for 10 months. But if they say they heard me, Anthony Sanchez, and say, check game, coming home from prison, I'm going to pay their $750 out my own pocket.
What if they just come and say, I heard you on the prison show?
And guess what? We're going to say it's at no cost because they heard it on the prison show.
Woohoo!
There you go.
There you go.
Look, guys, they got more than just barber college and cosmetology also. What other classes you got?
So we offer barber, cosmetology, medical assistant, and pharmaceutical technician. And we're working right now. I'm working on a connection where I'm trying to help people get their criminal record expunged. So I'm working with an organization where if everything goes through, it's going to benefit them. But it's it's in the works, so I don't want to speak too much on it because as I'm reading over the paperwork, I don't agree with certain things.
Well, they can write to you. Anthony, how do you say it? Sanchez?
Anthony Sanchez.
1316 6th Northwest Freeway, Northwest Educational Center, Houston, Texas, 77040.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being on, and we hope to have you on again soon.
And Santa Claus looks forward to next year.
Hey, next year, we're going to keep doing it every year. And I look forward to coming on here. I want to bring some guests on here next time, some other influencers, individuals that were incarcerated, to start giving more testimony on reform. That's what Illuminating Solutions is about.
You ever work with Sambo?
Yes, Sambo's actually a real good friend of mine.
He was just talking about him earlier.
Yeah, I never actually got to work with him. I spoke with him on a couple occasions.
He's been on the show once or twice maybe.
But
I'd like to get him back on.
Yeah,
I
most
think
definitely.
you should have an Easter event and have David be the Easter bunny.
You're going to be the Easter Bunny?
No, I don't think so.
I would so appreciate
Yeah.
that. You have no idea.
Well, guess what? You might put an idea in my head. We're going to make it happen.
Hey, if it's for the kids, I'll be there.
I love
Yeah.
it. I love it.
Thanks, Anthony. We appreciate
Hey,
you.
man, thank y'all so much, and congratulations on your award.
Thank you.
Hey.
All right. Now, are you ready, Linda?
Yes, I'm ready.
She is ready. Okay. Good evening, everyone on Texas Death Row and everyone else listening. And we do mean everyone. Big hello to the women again, because everyone can now listen. Like I said last time, Representative Boosie and Moody have both introduced bills relating to abolishing the death penalty, HB 454 and 651. There is a bill being introduced relating to limitations on the use of administrative segregation. And Brittany Robertson and I were talking about that earlier. Obviously, they like to toy with the verbiage on administrative segregation. So, but that is in the works. HB 1409 by Representative Meza. If you have a bill or two you would like me to check out, let me know. So right now, we have 4 scheduled executions in Texas, 9 total for the United States. According to the Death Penalty Information Center, only Texas and Ohio have scheduled executions for 2025. When pulling information, it was great to see the people President Biden commuted populate on my screen. Yeah, it was awesome to see that. Although I sure wish it was more. Remember to call those DAs and tell them you oppose the death penalty. The 4 executions scheduled in Texas are Stephen Nelson for February the 5th and is out of Tarrant County. Richard Tapler is scheduled for February 13th and is out of Bell County. David Wood is scheduled for March the 13th and is out of El Paso County. And Moses Mendoza is scheduled for April the 23rd and is out of Collin County. The 5 executions scheduled in Ohio are Percy Hutton on June 18th, Samuel Moreland on July 30th, Douglas Coley on September 24th, and Timothy Coleman on October the 30th. Oh, and Kareem Jackson on December the 10th. Now, as my friend Mayo says, here's the news you can use. And for TDCJ, we are fighting the mailroom issue we got going on. Huge shout out to Brittany Robertson, who never, ever gives up. Aurelie Escobar, a new date for your conference at the Supreme Court still has not been posted. Just to let you know, we are questioning if they want to hear your issue or not. Paul Story, on December 19th, the state responded to your petition and replied to that brief at the Supreme Court. Your case will be distributed for conference at the Supreme Court on January the 17th. Blaine Milam, the AG's office requested a 30-day extension at the Supreme Court coming out of the CCA on December the 27th, and of course it was approved on December the 30th. Bartholomew Granger, on December the 31st, you requested a further extension of time at the Supreme Court coming out of the Fifth Circuit. Billy Tracy, on December the 13th, you filed a response to the state's response to your response to their complaint at the district court. Roderick Harris, on December the 14th, you were docketed at the Fifth Circuit. Cedric Ricks, on December the 16th, the Fifth Circuit denied your petition for a rehearing en banc. And Fidencio Valdez, on December 20th, the state filed a motion in opposition to your petition at the district court. You requested some sealed documents on December the 20th. And I can't read what, I had something else written. Hey, Linda, on your page, does it have something at the very top on page 3, the name?
Hold on, I lost my paper.
Oh,
I completely lost it.
On my page, Linda printed it out for us this time, and on the third page it didn't print out the whole thing. So, anyway, never mind, Linda. I'll let them know.
Yeah, I don't even know where my page is. I might have left it in there.
Oh, okay. Well, go ahead, Linda.
Okay. All right. I've got, first I've got birthdays for January. Brittany Holberg, January 1st. Darlene Routier, January 4th. Willie Washington, January 12th. Larry Estrada, January 13th. Gary Green, January 14th. Franklin Davis, woo, June 17th. Anthony Haynes, June 22nd, January 22nd. Moses Mendoza, January 26th.
Woo!
Victor Godinez, June 26th. I wrote June instead of January 26th. I tell you what, I'm going crazy. Carlos Trevino, January 28th, and William Mason, January the 30th. Lord have mercy. I must have been half asleep.
Yeah, you must have been.
All right, and I've got a poem, and it's called Little Pictures, submitted by Alex Sparks from the Wind Unit. I keep little pictures of you, not one but a few. I get them out sometimes late at night when I want to cry. I sit in my bunk and think of your smile. I wish I was there. I could stay for a while. You make some of my favorite memories. You and our son are all I think about lately. The pictures I have of you are anything but new. They can't be taken away, and they take me to that special place. Max is there, and you're there too, and you're both happy, and I am brand new. You two are waiting for me to come home, but then I open my eyes and realize all I've done. I love these pictures of you not as much as I love you too. Every day I am filled with remorse. Sometimes when I'm alone, I cry until I'm hoarse. I lost so much when I lost you. I lost the love of my life for not telling the truth. I died inside when I started my time. I changed how I act, but it saved my life. And I saved just a few little pictures of you. Boy, that really wants to make me cry, and I don't even know you, but this is absolutely beautiful, and I hope she can hear this and listening, what you wrote about her.
It was beautiful.
Very beautiful.
So we have also Taylor Parker from the women's. We're so excited that we're having more of the women contact us. Taylor said that there was big news. Taylor, Britt, Darlie, Mel, and Erica all got baptized on December the 6th. She said it was incredible, and the warden made this remarkable day happen, and we'd like to do a huge shout out to the warden and Pastor Larry Mikes and his wife Becky for coming in from Amarillo to make the day of worship and cleansing happen. She says God is moving through the units and TDCJ staffing, and they are praying for all the guys and ladies in the system, and they are sending love and hope daily for all. Isn't that, Linda and I are so excited about the women, more of the women being able to listen. And we just want to encourage everyone to send us messages. And if you can't send an e-message, you can definitely send a letter to David at his house, Care of the Prison Show, 226 Chipmunk Trail, Shepherd, America. Remember, it's Shepherd, America, 77371. And also, Robert Roberson, you have so many articles coming out about your case. And, even this came from, I think it was the Texas Tribune. The legislators the odd couple save lives. Oh, it was the Dallas Morning News. Saves lives and demands truth. It was October the 17th. It was their day, and they spoke in this article about how that day was spent for them and trying to save you and the extraordinary things they did to make that happen. And then, of course, we have other articles from the Cato Blog Institute, Shaken Baby Syndrome, hypothesis that keeps sending innocent people to prison. So many articles coming out about your case, Robert. So we all still stand behind you, and hopefully things will start shaking out, because I know that these men are not giving up, and women, although I know that you had some visits with some of the reps who are the ladies, but it's just Leach and Moody keep coming up in these articles. So those are the ones we know. And do you have anything else, Linda?
Nope. I just know that Robert's very popular because I get asked about him all the time from people that don't even know him.
Yeah, he has become very,
Yes.
very popular. So, Robert, we hope that you're getting a ton of nice emails from people, and you have a lot of support out here, let me tell you.
Yes, you do.
A lot. So, what else do you... David? Maybe not?
Yeah, I was looking to see if they actually put the video on there, and it says that they put it on there today.
Oh, so the video. Y'all let us know. Do you see the video?
It's titled The Prison Show Intro, or The Prison Show Ad. I think it's an intro. Season's 36 ad. That's how old it is.
Wow.
Last year was season 44, so today's the first episode of season 45. So this ad was in season 36.
It's a tad bit old.
Well, it was short enough. I thought it was a good experiment. Just throw it out there to see if it happens. And then a lot of people haven't ever heard of the prison show. And I'm surprised at that because I've been around. I've been listening to the prison show since 1996. Something like that.
I have some of my friends who've been incarcerated since back then. One I pick at, he's been incarcerated since 1901. Because he's been in there so long. But they've all heard of the prison show, but you still find the people who've been stuck up in Amarillo.
Yeah, but now we're out there. So.
Yeah, now we are. Y'all spread the word.
You know, whenever I was doing time, people would, sorry, Ray, but they would call him Gay Ray. You know, how can you go hang out with Gay Ray? I said, Gay Ray is probably the most real person you'll ever want to meet.
and that is true. That is very true.
You know, today's society, it's 2025, so homosexuality is a lot more accepted than it used to be. But Ray come out in the 50s, so he didn't care.
When I first met him, he was joking with us. We were sitting at a Starbucks, and he said that when he told his mom that he had to tell her something, he said that he was gay, and she said, "Oh, good. I thought you were going to say you were a Republican."
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Because he started dressing real fancy and stuff.
And when he said that about being a Republican, I was like, "Come here, let me hug you," because I agree with you.
Yeah. Yeah, so a lot of people knew Ray, and Ray would go in and out of the prisons, and Ray would go to the AA groups and stuff like that. But like you say, a lot of people couldn't hear the show. Mm-mm. They weren't in the footprint. But those of us that were in the footprint, I mean, I was on Gib Lewis up in Woodville. But back then, they had the Goodrich Livingston repeater. Mm-hmm. So, and then they had we have Galveston now, 89.5, but they used to have it was different, and it would reach all the way out to past Styles Unit. So Styles Unit used to listen whenever they first opened up. And I think maybe now they can get us. I know they can on Adovo, but I mean, with the FM radio.
In some parts of the prison, but other parts no.
Yeah, but even the feds now in Beaumont can hear us. Mm-hmm. So, but everybody can hear us now. Everybody. I mean, the sad thing is, though, is it's not live. I mean, that's kind of missing a little bit, you know?
As long as, well, and you know what? I was picking at them earlier because David and I had to take a selfie. I'm like, can you not get it from the
Yeah,
get it from this
kind of
angle?
crop out that part. you know?
Yeah, can you do that? Because now y'all are going to see what we look like if you didn't already know. 'Cause-
Your long, luxurious blonde hair.
Blonde hair.
my blonde hair.
Look, guys, we love y'all, and we're here for you, and we want you to make sure that you tell your family to make sure that you do some shout-outs. I mean, that's what we're here for. Like, maybe they can't come visit you this week, and that's okay. They can call, and they can say, hey, Johnny, we can't come see you, but we did put some money on your books, and we'll make sure we'll be there next week. I mean, they get 2 or 3 minutes within reason to say what they want.
And some people, I was going to tell you this earlier, David, now that it goes back 50 something, now it's past that.
Yeah, it's like 55 or 56 episodes now.
Do you have to play the?
Yeah, in a few minutes. And give me about another minute or so. It's 10 o'clock. It's got to be done during this time. You ready? Want me to do it? And then
Yeah, go ahead and do it, and I'll.
KPFT and the Prison Show is provided by the Cohen Parole Law Team. For almost 40 years, Gary Cohen has helped to represent incarcerated individuals throughout Texas, obtain parole, and fight parole revocations. We protect those who have fallen short of perfection from the wrath of those who believe they have attained it. More information about Gary Cohen and his associates, Alan Bennett and Gene Anthus, can be found on their website at parolelaw.com. You may also contact them at 512-476-6201. You're listening to KPFT Houston.
What I was saying is,
It kind of missed that part for some reason.
yeah, I noticed that.
I think I hit the music server button instead of the clip player button.
Wrong buttons. So
Bifocals.
you can go back and listen to your shout outs from.
You know how many people listened to December 15th, 2023?
There was quite a large number.
It was like 1,251 people whenever I looked earlier listened to December 15th, 2023. What was on December 15th of 2023, guys? I mean, I can go back and look at the schedule, but was there a really interesting show?
Yeah, because we want to know.
I mean, we're trying to reach everybody. And I was looking earlier to see how many different states we are, but I've got letters from Colorado and Montana and I don't know, California. You know, they asked me today at the Echo whenever they interviewed me what really made my day. You know what made my day? I got an email from a guy out of California prisons, and he says, "This is California. We hear you loud and clear." So, I mean, that's like 4 years worth of effort that finally just paid off.
It absolutely did. It absolutely did. That was awesome. So, yeah, you can go back and listen to your shout-outs from maybe someone you miss from a year ago. So that... Oh, I thought she was talking to me.
She's answering the phone.
Oh, I was like, what?
Yeah, she's answering the phone, and I got my mic on, so...
So, real quick, in case everyone forgot, today, or this weekend, is Picture Weekend. It is Picture Weekend for January. So remember that when you're heading out to the units, it's Picture Weekend, and y'all make sure you comb your hair.
So every unit takes pictures this weekend?
Yeah, the first weekend of the month. TDC changed it. It used to be the first 7 days of the month they would take pictures, and you would have to pay $3 a picture. But now they're free, but they're only on the first weekend.
Wow.
And you get 2 of them, and they're emailed to you.
Woohoo.
I know. It's awesome.
Yeah, look, I was looking up. It's California, Arkansas, MI. Is that Minnesota?
I think so.
And lots of them in Arkansas. Montana, South Carolina, Maine. Maine, yeah.
Well, a big shout out to Maine. A big shout out to all of y'all listening.
Arizona. I mean, the list goes on. I mean, there's 45 states. I can't list them all, but I mean, we're so glad that you guys are tuning in. And if I didn't name off your prison or your state, then I apologize. But man, y'all write us. We keep giving you that address. It's 226 Chipmunk Trail, Shepherd, Texas 77371. And I did get a message from a guy, and he said that we sounded irritated the last time we told everybody. I don't want to make you think that we don't want you to call us or whatever, but we can't accept everybody's phone call. I mean, that's a lot. 45 states, 900,000 guys. So it's better for you to write us. It's just really better. And I don't know about Danny, but I don't know that I could accept 900,000 phone calls at one day. It's just...
Yeah, it would get a little bit, but we do appreciate y'all calling and or emailing, because I don't, my phone number is not out there.
Yeah,
but yours is.
Yeah, well, mine's out there because of the prison show, and they asked me today on the Echo, so I'm sure it'll be in the Echo too. How can if y'all get out, how can you reach us? Well, we're here every Friday night. You can watch us on KPFT 90.1 FM KPFT. Mm-hmm. We're on Facebook Live. We do YouTube. For any podcast you can imagine, we're going to be on that platform. Mm-hmm. But we're here in the station every Friday night from 9 to 11. So you can call us. You can email us. My email is david@theprisonshow.net. So we also have a website, and it's called theprisonshow.net. So
it's just not updated.
Well, no, it needs to be updated. I really need a camera guy. We need a lot of things, but I mean, we just kind of went nationwide overnight, so we'll get there. Once before, Stephanie or somebody had volunteered to update it, and then I got it updated. So it's not that outdated. The last time I updated it was whenever Gary Cohen came on.
Oh, okay.
So
I didn't even know.
It's fairly new.
I didn't even know that. So, but if you want to be our camera person.
Yeah, we need a camera person.
We need a camera. Right now, the camera is sitting on a ladder.
Well, it's got a great picture.
It does.
So,
it does.
I had a stand, but it didn't work out so well.
No, it didn't.
Remember that other stand that I had?
I do, David.
The top of it completely fell off.
I wonder what happened to it, David.
You think it could have been my backpack?
Maybe. Mayhaps. Mayhaps.
The top just fell right off. But the ladder works great. So
yeah, the ladder.
I think we got a few callers.
Yeah. We do. Okay. Jackie is on line 1. Hey, Jackie. Jackie?
Jackie was on line 1.
Jackie was on line 1.
Hold on just a second. She might be on 5 because she keeps going back and forth. Hold on.
Oh, let's go to 5.
Okay.
Hey, Jackie.
Hello?
Jackie?
Hi.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Okay. Go ahead, Jackie.
Thank you.
Lord.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
I know. I got bumped off 3 times.
Ooh.
All right. Hi. This message is for Rodney Reed at the Huntsville Unit. Hey, Rodney. It's Kiki. Just calling in to wish you a Happy New Year. I got your message in your card, Rodney. Thank you. I love it so much. I hope you are doing well. Me and the kitties are doing good, and yes, we are staying warm. I hope you're doing the same. I miss you, and I love you, Rodney. Think of you every single day. I hope this year brings good news for you and your family, Rodney. I'm always praying for you all the time. I love you, and I miss you. Stay safe, stay warm. I will talk to you soon. Thank you, everyone. I wish everybody out there that's listening a Happy New Year.
Thank you. You have a great weekend, Jackie, and Happy New Year.
Thank you. You too. Bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Now we have Kiana. Hey, Kiana.
Hey, Danny, David. How y'all doing?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm doing amazing. So I would like to give a special shout out to my husband, Jeremiah Rodriguez, at Beaumont Federal Prison. And I wrote him a poem because he asked me. So I wrote him a special poem. So I hope you love it. The power of love, what's supposed to be, will be. The power of love, there's no end to you and me. Fighting for what's meant to be. These hurdles and obstacles can't stop what we created between you and me. Even though sometimes I feel you don't hear me, so I gotta express myself through poems so you can feel me. Fighting for better days and fighting for better ways to show my love even through our concealed days. The strength of a warrior never powerless to the cause. I'ma stand by you even when you are feeling lost. I know it's a test from God, hear me from above, but can't no test restrain the power of real love.
Wow, that was beautiful. Oh.
Thank you. I know, I hate y'all guys with this one. But I know he loves it because he loves when I wrote him poems every time.
Yeah, I imagine he does. I would love that too. Well, Kiana, we hope you had a great New Year, and we hope you have a great weekend too.
The same to y'all. Happy New Year's. We love you, Jeremiah.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year's.
Bye-bye. All right, now we go to Annalisa.
Hello everyone, it's Annalisa. Happy New Year to all of you. This is my message from my friend. Hello Isidro, Happy New Year to you. I hope this year brings you joy, happiness, good health and peace. I hope you are having a good day. I went back to work yesterday. All is good. It's very, very cold now in London, but the sky is clear finally, and there is a beautiful moon tonight. It's very bright. I hope everyone can see it. It's really beautiful. I send you my warmest wishes, big, big hugs. Take care, my dear friend. Bye. Take care, everyone, and have a wonderful new year. Bye.
Thank you, Annalisa. All right, now and thank you, Chris Troy, who is listening on Facebook Live, and Leanne. Thank y'all very much. And now we have Eva Marie.
Good evening, everybody. This is Eva Maria from Germany, and I would like to greet my pen friend Rodolfo Medrano, but also all those in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice who don't have friends or family outside prison and may feel lonely or isolated. And I would like to greet all the volunteers and all the relatives of people in prison. I've got a story for you that I like. There is an old woman walking along the beach, and there are lots of starfish that have been washed to the beach, and they cannot survive without water. The old woman takes some of the starfish and gently places them back into the water. And a young girl asks her, "Why are you doing this? It doesn't make sense. The whole beach is full of these starfish. You can't save all of them. It doesn't make a difference what you're doing." But the old woman says, "Yes, it makes a difference. It makes a difference for the single starfish." I think sometimes we feel powerless in the face of a lot of injustice and the face of catastrophes, in the face of big politics or bad decisions. But I think we can change apparently small things, and they make a difference. And maybe it is just to smile at someone who needs a smile, or to send kind thoughts or prayers or maybe a message, or even to be kind to yourself when no one else is kind to you. And I think all of these are the single starfish that are placed back into the sea. And yes, it does make a big difference. God bless you all. Have a nice evening.
You know, that was a great message that Eva Marie had. And that is one of the things that I mentioned on my interview today at the Echo, that you give hope to people, and that makes such a big difference. And that's what we're trying to do here, to give hope. And now we have Caitlin.
This is a shout out for Beto Garza in Plonsky. Hey, Boo,
Boo.
how are you? I hope that you're in good health, spirits, staying safe, and that there is a smile on your handsome face. As for me, all is going good. Yeah, I'm just in from work. And yeah, I'm here with Daytona giving her her supper or her tea or whatever, her food. She is up on the couch eating it beside me, and yeah, that's the way she wants it tonight. It is absolutely freezing cold here. It's below like freezing, and my car is like an icicle when I came out of work. I think we're due, some areas are due to get snow, maybe at the weekend. I don't know whether I will or not, so fingers crossed I don't, and if I do, fingers crossed it won't be too much, because yeah, I don't do snow. Other than that, everything is good. Buddy is good. I gave him carrots for you, and he said thank you, and yeah, and Daytona is here, and once she has finished eating her fruit, I will give her a belly rub from you. Other than that, yeah, please stay safe and know that you mean the world to me, and take care. And I'm sending you hugs and kisses. And I also wanted to give a shout out and say hi to Eric, Mark, Blaine, Will, Debo, Moy, and Rudy. Hope you all are doing good. And that's it. Okay, good night. And stay safe, y'all. And to everybody at the prison show, a big, big thank you for making this happen.
Hey, Boo. How are you? I love her. She's awesome. She's really awesome. All right, now we have Julie on line 3. Hey, Julie.
Hello. Hello, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing great. I was going to shout out to my love. To Tommy Ray Tig at the Micro Unit. I love you, babe, and I miss you. And keep your head up. And we just have to have faith in God that this 2025 is going to be good, and then everything will work out. So, but anyway, I love you and I miss you. I love you with all my heart. Have a good night. Sweet dreams.
Thank you, Julie.
Okay.
Hope you had a great
You're
new
welcome.
year and you have a great weekend.
Okay, you too.
Bye-bye.
You too. Yeah, bye-bye. Thank you.
Ooh, quick draw. All right, now we have Carmela.
Good evening, Prison Show. Thank you for taking my call. Wishing everybody at the Prison Show a safe and happy New Year, and all of the men and women on the other side of the walls, prison walls. Know that you're all thought about and loved. And I especially like to say hi to Marcus Mullins at the Dieball Unit. Hi, Marcus. I hope everything's going good for you. Hope you had a good holiday season as much as possible. And hope you look forward to a wonderful new year. And just know you're loved and thought about. And my second shout out is to Bradley Aiken at the Beto Unit. Hi, Bradley. I hope you're doing okay. I love you. Stay warm. I hope you had a good holiday season as much as you could. Just know you're loved, and a big hug sent out to you. And everybody stay warm. We're supposed to get a cold front, Arctic front in Sunday evening. So everybody stay warm, and everybody at the Prison Show, Traveling Grace, back to where you live tonight. And thank you so much for all you do for the inmates and the families. And you all have a safe, happy New Year. Thank you.
Same to you. Have a great weekend.
Thank you. You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. I got a message from a Clifford over at the Terrell Unit. I got your message. Just wanted to let you know. I know that you said that the Terrell Unit has been without Wi-Fi for a while. And yes, I can definitely get that information to you. You sent it today at 3:09 p.m. So I got it in record time, I tell you. And just to let everyone know, I'm getting like my messages are not getting to me in a timely manner. So, and I really am trying. I sent off something to the mailroom supervisor over in Huntsville to see if she could possibly tell me what's going on, but they may be out for Christmas break. At any rate, I am trying. I tell you, I got a message dump of like 60 messages. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm trying. Okay, now we have Elizabeth on line 2.
Guys.
Hey,
thank y'all. Thank y'all for the suggestion to write down what we want to say. And David, I have a Cookie Monster suit, not a bunny suit if you need it.
Cookies!
Puppies!
They better be peanut butter, that's all I can say. So,
I can do peanut butter.
Santa Claus told all the kids as they come through to make sure they set out their peanut butter, cookies, and milk.
But what about the chimneys that we don't have?
Well, I'm magic nowadays. I can come through. Just poof. I'll be there. Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
A little magic dust.
Yeah, Santa Claus and underdog.
Yeah, and I got a Harley too, so we'll just cruise on over there.
This is the dreamer. Darling, I appreciate the support that you give me, even from behind those walls. I fell in love with the man you were when we met, and I'm so proud of the man that you've become. I look forward to both of us growing into the best versions of ourselves together. I hope you never tire of me telling you how proud I am of you. Now I gotta ask. I need you to help me show my gratitude for the help Uncle Al gave my family, myself, and countless ex-offenders with actions, not words. I bet you're pretty fired up after listening to tonight's guest, Anthony, and when you look back on this, you're not going to regret it. Plus, by now, you probably have a stack of books taller than you are and have to jettison some anyway. Please leave those 4 agreement series on the unit, and don't be mad at me for putting you out there like this. Squishies to you and Pook Almighty, sandwiches and extra fruits to everyone, and I love you more than I thought I could ever love. Thanks, you guys.
Oh, that was sweet. Thank you, Elizabeth.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll be looking for them cookies.
Well, I got the suit, so you got to put the suit on to get the cookies.
Well, okay. Cookies are worth a suit.
All right. Thanks, you guys.
All right.
Thank you. All right. We got a very nice Christmas card from Gregory over at the Ferguson Unit. And I will definitely give you drop you a line, see how long it takes you to get my message.
We got like 3 Christmas cards, though. We got one from the Walls Unit, Raymond, it looks like Barrera. And then we got another one. Linda's got one over there from Colorado. It's from Colorado.
Colorado.
Who is it from Colorado?
Or Claus.
Yeah, looks like it's from Santa Claus.
Ooh.
Now, Mr. Claus says him and his wife both are incarcerated, but they're from the Houston area, and he was really floored to hear a Houston show on the tablets. So he wrote us a letter, and then Linda's going to write him back. If you'll write that one back from the Fergus Unit, I'll write Mr. Raymond back from the Walls.
I sure will. I sure will.
Woohoo!
Yeah, and I wasn't given the last names, but I guess Gregory Truitt. So I will be sending you a e-message. Be looking for it. And now we already played Caitlin. Is there another one?
Play Caitlin. I didn't know.
Yeah, we got Mike and we got Nushi.
Who?
Nushi? That's the one you gave me.
Oh, Anisha.
She said her name was Nushi.
Nushi? Okay.
Yeah, listen to it.
Okay. Well, now we have Mike.
Oh, okay. You don't want to do Nushi?
Well, you had Mike up on the screen. We can do
I didn't
Nushi.
put Mike on the screen. Linda's over there typing while we're talking.
Oh, well,
It said Caitlin.
I can't see you.
I can't see her when I'm not looking at her.
I can't see either one of you. I'm behind.
Well, you can always move over. I mean, I don't know why you're so short tonight.
What? Yeah, you know what? Shut up.
All right. So here's Mysterious Mike.
Hello, this is Mysterious Mike doing his shout-outs for the prison show. Also going to do some Christmas shout-outs. Okay, here's my shout-out to Guys of Texas, Guy Alexander, Jamie Cuffett, Stephen Russell, Stephen McGee. Shout-out for Philip Perez. Shout-out for Matt, Thomas, Edward Reeves, Adam Wilkerson. Shout-out for Oz. Tasha wants me to do a shout-out for Payday. Shout-out for Aaron Vasquez. Shout-out for Keith Money. Shout out for Curtis Robertson. Shout out for Blaine Milam. Shout out for Haas. Shout out for Raymond Lee Cart, Bill R. Sims, and a special shout out to Clarence Lee Bowman. I hope everybody has a happy winter solstice, which will be this weekend, and happy Boxing Day, Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year. And you can continue to contact Mysterious Mike through David Collingsworth. And now, back to the prison show.
And what is that address? That address is 226 Chipmunk Trail, Shepherd, Texas, 77371. And now we have Miss Lydia on line 3. Hey, Miss Lydia.
Hi there. I was having trouble dialing in.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was weird. We could hear her TV, but we couldn't hear her.
Yeah. And the music would play and then would just stay there and I wouldn't hear anything. But anyway, I'm through. Got through, and I just want to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And I'm sorry I didn't send cards out this year. I usually do, but I send a few. But you all are thought of also, like the guys. And I know that Blaine Milam's mother has been, that she's home now, but we need to lift her up in prayer. And I just want to tell my son how much I love him and I miss him. Although I do talk to him almost every day, which is a blessing. It's a blessing just to get to talk to him. I didn't get my visit for the month of December because they canceled the visit for the 31st, but
May I help you?
I still get to talk. I still get to talk to Beto, so that was nice. I love you, mijo, and I miss you. Get some rest. We're supposed to get a cold front Monday, and for next week we're supposed to be cold, like cold.
Oh, y'all hung up on Lydia. And you're on the mic, David.
956.
That was actually Linda's mic. Isn't that
It
weird?
was?
Yeah.
That is weird.
Line 1 is really giving us a hard time tonight. I told her to leave it on hold, but they keep calling back, and whenever they call back, we can't hear them talk.
So it's line 1. Oh, and
Yeah.
Lydia's calling back on line 2, I think.
Yeah. So leave that one on hold. Let's answer line 2.
Hi.
See if that works.
Yeah, hopefully that.
Yeah, hold on. I'm put you on hold again. You're going to be on the air.
Is that Lydia?
Yeah.
Just put her on.
Hey, Lydia, sorry about that.
Who cut me off?
Yeah.
I said, okay.
Yeah, as typical with every week, we're having issues with the phone system.
Okay. No, well, I just want to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Know that you are in our thoughts and our prayers. And you all be safe when you leave tonight. I know some of you have to drive a long ways home. But we really, really appreciate you all and what you do for all the guys. Not only just one person, but for all of them. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I send my son a big kiss and a big warm hug. And Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Love you guys. Good night. Good night, everyone.
Good night, Lydia. Thank you. And Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you, too.
Thank you, Dani. Bye.
Bye-bye. Did y'all hang up on that?
Well, we were trying to call that whoever's on line 1.
Yeah,
We're going to leave it on because 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, they all work. The line 1 for whatever reasons.
So if you seem to be on hold right now with no one talking to you, call back because clearly line 1. You know what? It wouldn't be the prison show if we didn't have issues every week, right? Right? We always have technical issues. Now, let's play Blaine's Friend. Can we do that, David? I can't hear. Are you playing?
Yeah, that was Leslie trying to call. I was trying to call Leslie, and let me do Nushi for you.
Hi Blaney Bear, Nushi Mouse here. I love you lots and I miss you. I hope you had a wonderful birthday and I hope that you have a fantastic Christmas. Merry Christmas!
Oh, that was short and sweet. So are y'all trying to, or Linda, do you want to do your shout out?
Okay, I'll do them.
Okay.
All right. Alex Sparks, Thomas Miller L., Paul DeVoe, William Owen Sr., Jaime Cole, Franklin Davis, Will Spear, Robert Solis, Lucky Ward, Juan Balderas, Blaine Milam, Paul Story, Walter Sorto, Robert Roberson, Britt Ripkowski, Curtis Robertson, Stephen Curry, Eugene Broxton, Marcus Drury, Troy Glover, Joel White, Bill Sims, Gregory Allen at the Dieball Unit, Jedediah Reed, Iron Thunderhorse, Amanda Bolton, Sugar Pom Pom, Clinton Young, and Shayla Rutledge at the Pueblo, Colorado prison. Ryan Claus says he loves you very much. And I think it's great that we've got people from different states sending us stuff. So thank you very much, and I will put a letter in the mail to you, Ryan. Good night.
All right. Now, I'm going to do my shout outs. A great big shout out to Taylor Parker and to all the women over at Mountain View, although I think they changed the name of the prison to the Patrick O'Donnell Unit. And of course, one of my dearest friends in the world, Farron, Robert Solis, Brett T., Big Head, and another great friend of mine, Blaine. Philo, you're questionable, but I'm going to give you a shout out. Hey, Philo.
He's questionable.
He tests my last nerve every day.
That's not hard to do.
I know. No, it really isn't. Okay, Daniel Ramirez, Kenneth Decker, Eugene Mayo, Rodrigo Newt, Brian Bolt, Leroy, and one of my good friends, Joel White. Jay Van Story over at the Win Unit. You were the topic of conversation today, so big shout out to you. Rexalicious, and of course CJ. Hey CJ, Mark Wayne, Midget Titan, Paper Cup, both at Estelle. And another great big shout out to Gregory Truitt over at the Ferguson Unit. I think it's funny. Well, maybe not funny, but it's Savage Drive. Really? That's the address of the Ferguson Unit? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, but you know, they give us their return address, but you still have to write the P.O. box.
No, yeah, no, I know that. I'm not going to.
Did you see that sad article about the P.O. box or inmates that, I mean,
yes.
and I used to do the same thing. I'd go through my locker and I'd find old letters or pictures or drawings that my daughter made or whatever. And now they can't have that. I guess it's all digital. They can actually go through their tablet.
Yeah, but it's not.
It's not the same.
It's not the same, and we can, like I was talking to someone yesterday. It's the people who want to, kind of, I don't know, trip up the system. Maybe I'm trying to find a polite way.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, it's thanks to those people that these things were taken away from you. So,
Yeah, but it wasn't just them. I mean, they use it as excuse for other stuff too.
As an excuse,
Yeah.
yes, but it wasn't just them, but it was also.
So whenever I was talking to Miss Bambi about the Echo, she said that it's digital now also. They actually limit the number of printed copies, and everybody gets a digital.
Thank you for saying that, because I told Bambi and them that a lot of the units were having difficulty loading it, and it would crash.
Crash their tablet?
Yeah, it won't load. And then they said that they tried to fix it, and that was the whole point of doing it. They limit the number of paper copies, but then people can't read them. So when the guys were telling me today that they're still having the same issue, I fired off an email to her, and I let her know that, hey, it's still an issue. So they were going to see if they can get that something done for that. So thank you I was supposed to say that on the air, and I forgot.
I brought in a stack of mail tonight, so I was going to make some shout-outs.
Okay.
I hardly ever do it, but I wanted some of the guys to know that we are getting your letters. We don't always answer in a timely fashion, but some of you I downright don't answer you because obvious reasons. We're pole dancers, and it's comedy hour and all that other stuff, but just want to, I'll shout out to you, though. Christopher Hill, Billy Sims, Iron Thunder Horse, Jeremiah Rodriguez, Eugene Broxton, Larry Steele. Larry, you keep writing the old Lovett address, and we're not there. We've moved a long time ago. We give out our address every week, so write me at the house or whatever. It's kind of funny whenever I get... They actually take a picture of it. They make a PDF and then they send it to me. It's got the Lovett address on it. Cornelius Murphy, Dennis Richardson, Joe Laws, Gabrielle Daniels. I got one from my mom. You believe that? Hi, Mom. John Rodart, Pesana, Robert Pesana. And, Robert actually wrote Rue Bennett. You remember Rue Bennett? She goes by Bleezy. Mm-hmm. And I sent her a picture of it, and I was supposed to see her at the toy drive, but I didn't see her. And Anthony told me he hadn't seen her in a while. So, Robert, I don't know if she wrote you back or not, but we did get your letter, and I did send it over to her. Raymond Barrera, Helen Pajama. That's the mail stack. Helen actually gave us a donation, so she sent us a check. So we appreciate you guys. We appreciate you writing. We appreciate you reaching out. And like I said, we don't always write back in a quick, timely fashion, but most of the time you'll get an e-message or something. So when's the last time you actually wrote a snail mail?
I haven't done that because I I don't see the point when I can easily just.
Log on and send them an email.
Yeah, it's easier for that way, but. I get it when there's children involved and they want to draw something.
Yeah, Travis Fletcher. Shout out to Travis Fletcher. He's up in Lee County. I did send him a e-message the other night, and he wanted to get a hold of Abraham, so I sent Abraham his last letter. So maybe Abraham will start writing
Hopefully.
Travis. Has Travis contacted you? He mentioned you a couple times.
No, not to my knowledge.
I sent you guys a picture of his letter. He's out of Lee County. I think Lee County's in Indiana, isn't it?
I don't know.
Yep. So anyway, I think it's kind of cool we're getting all these other letters and stuff from out of state.
All right, now we have Leslie. Leslie on line 2. Hey, girl.
Hello. Hey. Shout out to my little sugar pom-pom.
Oh, my God.
All the way from North Dakota. It's negative 12 degrees up here and I'm cold.
Sugar Pom Pom, you didn't like that?
Sugar Pom.
Mr. D, how you doing, Miss Dani?
Doing good. How you doing?
I'm good, Mr. D. I just wanted to say thank you.
Get your mouth away from your microphone.
You know, it's my time now. This is the sugar pom time. Can you say thank you for everything that you do? For us, fellow inmates, for the girls, for the young men here, just say thank you. And I just want to tell everybody that's listening tonight, family, friends, or whoever it may be, I just want to tell all y'all to keep the faith up and, and encourage us, to be better people and to be stronger and to not give up. And just to know that everything that we face while we're here is to make us stronger, so when we leave this place, it can be better for the people around us and for the people that need us. So whoever listening tonight, remember, keep the faith up and stay strong. And no matter what you go through, adversity is something to make you stronger. So thank you very much. And I'm checking out Sugar Pom Pom 2024. Happy New Year.
Ooh, and did you hear he's claiming Sugar Pom Pom, TDCJ, and Feds and whoever.
I think you need to get a tattoo of Sugar Pom Pom.
I know.
Hey, man, Sugar Pom Pom is not what y'all think.
Lord.
Yes, so it's very cold up here.
Ferguson Unit is on Savage Drive. I used to be on the unit. It was Savage. But now it's totally different.
See, the first time I went to the Ferguson Unit, they had a riot. So, yeah, it's pretty savage. Or at least it used to be.
Yeah, what year?
January 1990.
I was there in 96.
Yeah. We went. They brought the bus in, and we came in through the laundry, and then we had to go down that long hallway, and we did a U-turn and went right up into the wing or the dorm or whatever. It wasn't a dorm. It was cells. So.
I just want to get out this place, man. Man, we have so many people, man. Families depending on us to get out and do better. And to be back in this place is mind blowing for me. Every day I feel this, how much I just want to get out. I want to go fishing, eat a big old hamburger, and just live my life and be a productive citizen.
That's the key. I mean, anybody can get out, but you need to be able to get out and stay out.
Hello.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not holding nothing on nobody because it took me 3 tries to get it right, and I'm still one mistake away from going back. I get off parole February 16th, and I've been doing a lot of inventories and all kinds of stuff trying to make sure I make it to February 16th because you never know. I mean, you might just make one traffic stop and all of a sudden they jack all kinds of stuff up on you. So
I was moving too fast, and I was blessed, working at the ship channel. I was really blessed. So, fellas, ladies, when you get home, just take your time and don't try to play catch up because you'll never catch up. Just take your time, and there's people out there that's willing to help you. Just listen and just be receptive to what people tell you. And think for yourself and don't let others misguide you. Drugs, drinking, just, you can do without it, man, because it just takes one day and you can end your life and come back here. So just play it cool, don't be a fool.
I like that. Well, we appreciate y'all calling, and I will talk to you soon, Leslie, and I will
Stay warm.
I will wave
I'm
at
trying. Mr. Best, I'm speaking there for a student in the studio when I come home.
Well, come on.
Absolutely.
I got a remote control. We'll open the gate.
Hurry back, Leslie, because Danny's out of control.
Oh, Lord. I will. What's her name in the studio? What's her name in the studio?
KPFT. Keeping prisoner families together.
Yeah.
I forgot her name in the studio. I just heard it. What her name is?
Linda.
Oh, Miss Linda. All right, Sugar Pom Pom. You have a good night, brother.
All right.
All right.
Good night.
Night.
Don't
Good
hang up.
night.
You hang up on her?
All right, now we have Hank. No, hung up on Freddie. Yeah, now Hank. Let's do Hank. Hey, Hank.
My bad.
Hank?
How y'all doing?
Doing good. How you
We
doing?
got gremlins tonight in the phone.
Well, I can hear it. It's scratchy and everything.
Well, we had to put line 1 on hold because everybody that called line 1, it's weird. It's like you can hear a telephone in the background, but you can't hear whoever's on the line.
Well, I love KPFT. Bless our heart.
For those of y'all that aren't from Texas, that doesn't really mean bless their heart.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it's
live
an
in
internet
2025,
telephone, so...
But, shoot. Hey, I want to tell y'all how great a job you're doing. David, I want to thank you for keeping after it and getting on the tablets. Like, good Lord, man. That actually has the potential to raise KPFT listenership to the highest point ever.
900,000 people, possibility.
Right. So what if it's only 4,000 or 5,000 more? You know, that raises KPFT up. It's crazy good. Thank you for doing that, man. You stuck with that through thick and thin until you got it.
Man, I bugged them people. And poor old Gary Cohen, whenever we were emailing back and forth, I'd email Brian and Jason Clark, and I'd CC Gary Cohen.
Bless their heart. And I mean it in all those ways.
Yeah. But, Jason, I give Jason a big old shout out. I gave him one at Christmas because I was trying to tell Brian Collier that the FM app on the tablets wasn't working because all it really was an FM receiver with a wire inside the tablet for an antenna. And if the radio with the coax cable doesn't work, how's that little tablet going to work?
Right, exactly.
And Jason actually said, he went and tried it. He went to several different units and tried it. And he come back and says, David's right. That thing don't work. I went, duh.
Exactly. Well.
So at least he listened, right?
Yes. Kudos. You know, and all the time we can give TDCJ people kudos, but God bless them. Every now and then you get one. Shoot.
Every now and then.
David, you stuck with it. You got it, in spite of things and people and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But really why I'm calling is to thank you for that, but also to tell everybody Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And I know that's the hardest time of the year for somebody behind the walls. And we know that's the hardest time of the year because we've been there during those times. David, you and I have both been behind the walls during the holidays, and it ain't no picnic.
It's a sad time.
But guys, oh man, guys, hold on, hang tight. There's people that love you. There's people that care about you, and that's what the prison show's about. Showing you that people love you and care about you and keeping you in touch with some of those people. And I'm super proud of the time I spent with the prison show. You know, after 30 years of doing that kind of work, it got to be a lot. And finally I had to, make a decision in my life to retire and put that stuff behind me. Retirement, let me tell you, is the stuff. I would say the other word, but retirement is the stuff. But we still got people behind the walls. We still got the people that care. We still got groups out there all the time fighting for you. Look, it don't matter what your sentence is or what your situation is and stuff. There's always hope. And the fact that the prison show is still on the air low since 1980. So fixing to be 45 years. Fixing to be 45 years of the prison show on KPFT.
March 20th.
Yeah, showing people that there are people that care. There are people that know what's going on. Like, most of America doesn't know what's going on with prisons. And now that you're on all these tablets, or, if everybody listens, and I hope they will, and I'm sure it's going to grow, but the prison show was a Texas radio intuition by Ray Hill, Uncle Ray, Auntie Ray, whatever you want to call him. But it carried on, and he turned it over to us. And it was a great thing. The mail kind of killed me because it's like 25% of the mail was somebody trying to get a hustle. 25% of the mail was like, oh my God, I didn't get in trouble for 10 years. And all of a sudden I got involved with these guys and now they're pressuring my family and stuff. Listen, guys, if you're one of the people doing that kind of BS, you need to stop because you're hurting the whole thing. But the prison show for 40, good Lord, man, fixing to be 45 years, has been trying to help stop some of that stuff and overcome some of the problems. Good Lord, we had a fight with TDCJ to stop serving food that said not for human consumption. For God's sake. We had, when pandemic hit, thousands of people got stickers instead of health care. Oh, your problem is not emergent. Jesus, we lost guys to cancer because they didn't get another treatment once pandemic hit. We lost guys to pandemic because they moved guards from building to building and they carried it with them. The prison show is an integral part of what's going on in Texas. And it's the only integral part that's trying to move forward. Because, bless their hearts, TDCJ would be just as happy to stay in the 1950s. And it's sad because, good Lord, 70 years later, very little change has gone on to speak of. We still got goon squads. Let's just admit it. We still have all these problems going on. The prison show's the only thing that's been fighting for you all these years. It's fixing to be 45 years. And David, honest to God, David used to bring Ray Hill his soda at the right or wrong time.
He'd clown me every time.
Every time,
one time I opened it. I opened it in the studio.
Oh man, David, you took this stuff seriously, and you took it to heart, and you took it home with you every day. You took it in and out with you a few times.
Yeah. Ray said I was the best volunteer he had when I was out on furlough.
Oh, man. Listen, really the reason I'm calling is to tell everybody in TDCJ that can hear my voice right now, we love you. We know it ain't right. We know it's hard. But the best people in the world are out here working for you. That's what I want to say.
All right. We got one more caller, and then we got to run.
Love you, David.
Love you, Hank.
Love all of you.
Have a good night.
You too.
All right. Now we have Freddie on line 2.
Okay, let me wake up.
We get a rest
let me
area?
do a shout out. Let me do a shout out to my brother James Dudley there at the Wallace Pack and everybody there, man. All you guys, hang in there, man. Holidays are over, but it's still, you still feel it. I understand. I just got in from Galveston, took a load down there earlier. Been going all day. Got in at 7:34. I've been also visiting the Great Oaks Drug Rehab in Egypt, Texas, and a halfway house in Wharton that I visit every Wednesday, and trying to help the guys out, man. Let them know what staying sober really means, man, and making the right decisions and thinking them over and make sure they're the right decisions. And waiting on God to lead us and, maintain us, keep us sober. And them guys there, they really accept me very, very well, the time that I spent behind bars and stuff has really opened their eyes to say, hey, man, you don't want to go where I've been,
Yeah.
So, just an update to let y'all know, man, that I'm pushing to share God's word and God's strength that's sustaining me, man, because, for sure one day, guys, I tried to carry my cross knowing good and well I couldn't do it.
Well, Freddie, I hate to do it to you, but it's time for us to go.
Okay, well, good.
I got about another minute, and I got one more little call out to do.
All right, buddy.
Thanks, brother. Have a good night.
You too.
This is to my husband, Sporty Black at Wainwright Unit. Hey, baby love. Happy New Year. I love you deeply. How's the day been for you? It's a blustery, windy day with a flurry of snow on this end. The girls are behaving. Both are hibernating indoor like your woman is with the little heater keeping me toasty. Yeah, baby. It's been a quiet day on this end, on the machine. Yeah, we had some Google alerts to share, and we'll speak on that with our whispers tonight. Boo, the diet is the butt kicker, but it's best we do it this month for real until the funds are replenished. Baby, this is just kissing you to remain tough and focused. Be safe. You know you got me eternal. Take care. I love you, Sporty.
Well, that's it. Y'all stay tuned for Skyla Dawn with Damage Control. And, man, we appreciate you guys tuning in. And, like we said earlier, y'all share with your families. Share our phone number, 713-526-5738, option 2. Tell them to call in and make some shout-outs. Tell them to listen to us because we try our best to get some good people on that'll have a great show for us. And Danny, Linda, and I, we just really appreciate you guys, and we'll do anything and everything we can for you. Danny?
Have a great weekend.
All right. Night, guys.